it might even be in your packet, it had a collection of 4 different amendments that were in there collectively for one. So what we did, we're pulling all those out so it's separate so you can be able to digest it. Essentially, the 2 of the ones were the master zoning piece that you guys took a look last time. You were fine with that. The other one was the 100 overlay that we didn't get any detail with, but there was no pushback. And then the final one was a municipal use piece. Now, what we did is we took a look at everybody's municipal use in their actual ordinance. And oddly enough, we come up as close as possible with yours, Tom. So and Jim, you mentioned last time I said something about, I didn't tell you that we had one there already. I don't remember that conversation, but yours and ours is similar, exactly the same wording on what we're going to use. But you added one additional B to yours that goes into town-owned land and building. It exempts lower from your zoning. So we're just going to follow uppers or lowers and put that forward so it's the same and as close as possible. One of the sister townships as well. So you'll see that change is coming through. And just want to thank you guys make comments. Last time we had a discussion, I think we need to stay with what exactly the board's supposed to be doing here, which is.
Let me stop you there. So you're going off the topic of the amendments? Is that what? Because here's what I'm saying. If you're done with the amendment discussion, let's move on to that. And then under municipal updates, you can.
No, it's not a municipal update. This is a letter that Scott put out explaining exactly what we're doing here, which is in conjunction with these amendments, is that the board takes a look at whether it's consistent with the regional plan. And, getting away from more subjective stuff like suspicion and motivation on this, that's something we shouldn't be discussing. It should be what this group was formed to do. So we put it right in line with yours. And Kurt, yours gives you all kinds of leeway in yours as well. And you guys, Jim, you mentioned open space as well. So we try to put it in the same language as somebody else, and we'll drive on from there. And we do already have it in there. We're just adding your last piece that made sense to us the way I before.
Okay. Just so I understand, fundamentally when it comes to us, our mission would be to check for consistency with the comprehensive plan.
Right. It's
not consistency with his, mine, or anyone else's, because we really don't have any guidance with that. We're just to look at the comprehensive plan and say, are you consistent with that?
Agree.
That's all we should look at.
Agree, although the argument went towards the open space law and also with since these are written the same way, that's what we're proposing for the zoning is just like somebody else's. So there seemed to be some kind of concern about the wording we had in ours, and we just made it different to somebody else's.
Because I want to look at the comprehensive plan and say, is it consistent with that? And
exactly, and that's what Scott said, and that's what the regional planner said, and we got a letter of approval for the saying that it does for that. Any other questions on that?
And just that the review is limited to zoning map amendments and zoning text amendments that affect the use or the density intensity of use. So like glancing at the updated ordinances, there's a lot of like sign language, sign amendments that wouldn't be subject to consistency review. And just I'm going to be taking a closer look, but I think you've taken out your proposed definition of municipal use and the way you're amending the language about uses in all districts or something. I think it's procedural in nature and not subject to consistency review.
Can I make one comment as well? And even though it has nothing to do with what we're talking about now, but going through the amendment that was in the packet regarding illumination standards and signs, and it has nothing to do with the regional comprehensive plan. And one of the things, we went through ours in North Coventry Township several years ago, and I'm sure you've had a lighting engineer that's gone through this, but just to give you a comparison and something you might want to take a look at is if you go to 350-211.3, the sign illumination standards, we had the lighting engineer come out and he had a vendor bring a sign out at night so we could see what the different nit level would do from a illumination perspective. Just to put it in perspective, ours is set at 150 at nighttime. Yours is set at 750. And ours is set at 5,000 during the daytime because it's light out. You need that contrast for the sign to work effectively. You might want to take a look at that. And the second part that I would just like to bring up is the size, the allowable size. I can't remember how many square feet you had. Thought it might have been 300. So unless you're advocating putting billboards in, you might want to take a look at that to protect the township if you want to steer away from it. But the 750, and I don't know if that's a linear scale or a logarithmic scale, but you know, there could be quite a bright sign at night. And even though it's not part of the regional comprehensive plan, one of the things that everybody's been working on is protecting the dark skies at night, and you just might want to take a look at it before you adopt it.
Log base 10?
Huh?
Oh, base 10 log.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, just, do you have any? Oh, not, okay, you're good. Good, thank you.
Municipal updates, Douglas, hey,